Hey guys, and today Shorty and I are going to review the game which was between Geelong and Adelaide, which was at Simonds Stadium, the fortress as we like to call it.
It was, mate.
Very good. Geelong won in the end by 19 points in a reasonably solid performance. As we keep saying, it's very tough in the NAB Challenge to really get a gauge on what's going on, teams trying at different things and whatnot. You watched it after the actual...
Yeah.
On the Friday, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Again, I had work, but...
He's a busy man.
Watched the replay.
How'd you see it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, like you say, it's hard to get a good gauge of it, but... Again, we sort of, on a negative note, we tend to fall asleep at certain times. Like, I thought we started the game really well.
Yeah, very
and
true.
Then, again, you know, like the VFL, which we'll talk about later, after half-time it came out really slow, which has been a feature last year, but... Look, it was pretty positive. I mean, the main points, of course, are Clark and Cockatoo. They were super exciting.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll touch on them a bit, of course. And, yeah, I felt we had a bit of pace, too.
Yeah, no, certainly, I agree with you there. Yep.
Yeah, like, in the NAB Challenge, all you can really do is try and answer a few questions that you have for the real season. And look, pace is one of them. And Blees, Cockatoo, Gregson, you know, they're starting to add a little bit. I don't know if Gregson will play AFL, but Cockatoo will definitely be in there after that performance. So he's fantastic. So there are a few points out of it. The pace was a big tick. Otherwise, you know, blokes are playing in different spots. Others aren't playing to their 100%.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. But, pretty positive. No injuries or anything. But
It's going well.
the big show, Mitchie Clark. What'd you make of it, mate? Pretty exciting.
Yeah, it was fantastic to watch, mate.
Yeah,
I was obviously
great.
watching on the phone, and he had 3 goals in the first quarter. I was like, oh, gee, he's going to kick it back. I just knew he was on the song from the start. So, and ended up with 6 and just dominated the game. So, yeah, but in terms of the finer points, which we've pretty much been discussing, plenty of movement through the corridor, and there was times where it was not on, but we still went for it.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't hit the targets, it's good to sort of instill in the group that, you know, this is what we're all about, bring it back in the middle and taking the quickest route to goal. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't mind that. Like, that's what made us so good back in the day.
Exactly, don't go away from what worked.
Yeah, again, like NAB Challenge, how much real defence were Adelaide putting to man the corridor, it's hard to tell, but our intent was there, and hopefully we'll look to do it in the AFL season as much as we did the other night.
Absolutely.
So it'll be very good.
Yeah, we also did well in the clearances early on, I think. Our first quarter was really good. Then sort of after quarter time, we didn't go to sleep, but we sort of just, you know, did enough kind of thing. But Adelaide really sort of upped the ante a little bit. So, and that showed in the contested possession count. We were minus 30, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Without, you know, that's pretty simple, but Adelaide also had a lot of chances as well. They missed a fair few, and we were pretty lucky to come home with a win, I think.
They did kick pretty poorly, but that contested ball is a worry, isn't it, all?
Yeah, we pride ourselves on it.
Yeah, and we haven't been good at it for a little while. So Bartel was fantastic in the middle. Kelly only played a half, so they're 2 guys that are going back into the midfield.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You know, Duncan probably could win a little bit more inside footy. Like, he's pretty good, but he looks better on the outside at this point in time. But yeah, that's one thing they would like to fix up, I would say.
Yeah, for sure, mate. The backline movement was alright. I found there was a couple of times where Adelaide turned it over at half forward for them, and, you know, we slingshotted it down our end, and, you know, we ended up with a few majors, which was pretty handy to watch, and hopefully we do that in the real stuff.
Well, that would be handy.
I think we will anyway. That's where we get most of our goals from. Certainly not from clearances.
Yeah, well, that's right.
So,
and just the big plus with Clark was that Hawkins, you know, he didn't do too much. In the past, it's been no Hawkins, no Geelong, basically.
Yeah, spot on.
And all of a sudden, Clark's taking hangers. You know, sometimes Clark may not fire, but then Hawkins will step up, or it could be, you know, half and half.
That's right.
So if you don't have 2 big defenders to guard them, one of them's going to get off the chain, and that's, like in the past, Talia has had a really good job on Hawkins, which he did again the other night, but Clark kicked 6, so if that was last year, nobody kicked 6. You know,
exactly.
We got no one else, so that is a big plus. Even if Clark isn't kicking 6, he's drawing out big defenders. So.
Yeah, Talia has a fantastic record against Hawkins, and I didn't expect him to do much at all. So Hawkins may have ended up with 2, but Clark took the advantage.
Yeah.
With another one, and even still, Hawkins was clearly out of the game for most of it.
Yeah, definitely. definitely.
We'll move into the votes anyway, mates.
Yep.
3 went to Mitch Clark and 6 goals. He set us up. He got half our goals.
It's hard to argue with that.
It's hard to argue with that. It was sensational. 2 votes to Harry Taylor. I think he took 10 marks again. Mid-20s disposal-wise, and he's just the general down at half-back. Just knows how to get the job done every single week. It feels like he's getting better and better each year. I think he's trimmed a few kegs off, so that'll help him.
Yeah.
But no, fantastic once again. And 1 vote to George Horn-Smith. It's a bit of a different one. I
Was he unique one?
don't think I've ever given him one, but I thought he was pretty good. Like I only got 14 possessions, I think, and a goal, but it seemed like he had more of it, and I felt like I just had to give him one.
Oh, there you go, George. There's a vote for you, mate.
Yeah, I mean, Bartel and Mackie, I reckon they were probably a bit better, but I don't know. George came to mind
You've
at
dished
first.
him out a sympathy vote.
Gosh, I'm such a terrible person, but
Nah, fair enough.
we'll move on to you, mate.
Yeah, 3 votes Clark. It's hard to argue with that, of course. He was outstanding. And Taylor as well, I gave him the 2. I thought they were the clear best 2
Yeah,
for
the
the
2
Cats.
standouts, yep.
Yeah, definitely, which is very important. And I gave him a 1 vote to Mackie. I thought he was very good in defence. If you don't put someone on him and pay him a bit of attention, he'll do what he did. He gets plenty of the ball.
Yeah.
He loves just, relaxing out the back and up the wings and just racking up the footy, and he uses it quite well. So Jimmy was very good as well. Duncan.
26 possessions, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. So there were a couple other players who would have been vying for the votes, but I gave it to Mackie for my 1 vote, mate.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. Well, we actually were covering the VFL game. Well, you were. You got the email or the call to cover it. So we went down to the Cattery on was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday.
It was.
And you got to cover Geelong and Collingwood, their VFL side. And we both watched on. Do you want to quickly cover that, mate? And
Yeah,
some of the main points there?
Yeah, it was pretty exciting for myself. First VFL game to cover, but the main point was being there for Stevie J.
Yeah.
He was the main show. All eyes were on him, basically. Cowan and McIntosh were a bit of a sideshow, but it was all about Johnson, and it was going fantastic, wasn't he? He had it on a string.
Yeah.
2 first quarter goals. He ended up with 3. And he had so much more class than basically everyone on the ground.
Yeah, he killed it.
You rarely see that. It was just so obvious. But at the 17-minute mark of the 3rd quarter, tackle. He basically went to break the tackle and just went to ground and got up pretty gingerly and
almost smashed into the turf.
Yeah, and your initial thought goes to that foot, but as I'm sure people have probably seen or read tomorrow or whatnot, is it's just a cork. So a cork thigh, they're saying. But it looked worse at the time, I must say. Like, he was limping around with the ankle and
didn't look good.
It did not look good. So thankful that it's just the corky, I suppose.
Absolutely.
But otherwise, he didn't skip a beat. Like, he looked fantastic. So creative around the clearances, kicked plenty of goals. It was pretty positive, And talking to the VFL coach after the game, he said Stevie probably wouldn't have played too much more. Maybe 10, 15 minutes because 6 on the bench, it's a high rotation. So he got what he needed out of the match. So hopefully he lines up for Carlton. Is that next Friday or next Sunday? Or
I think it's
week?
Between Thursday and Saturday. So one of those sort of days, hopefully.
Yeah. But no, Cowan was very good as well. And
he racked it up.
And McIntosh also. I think he had 17 touches or something. And
Yeah.
Cowan looked alright as well.
Couple of goals to McIntosh.
Yeah, it was just good to see Cowan get back and like you said after the match, just play 4 quarters of footy, injury free. He can actually look to the next week. He said he's not, looking too far ahead.
Yeah,
that's
perfect.
Pretty impressive, and the Cats had a win as well. So.
Yeah, I think we won by 40 in the end in the VFL, but we also met a bit of a celebrity, Peter Ryan.
We did.
How did you see it?
Yeah, no, it was good actually. We were just kicking the footy at half time, weren't we, mate? And all of a sudden you're shaking hands with some 40-year-old bloke, and it's Peter Ryan. So I was wondering what you're doing for a sec there, but
I was just thinking to myself, sure, he's like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. So that was pretty exciting. He follows you on Twitter now. He doesn't follow me, which.
We'll get on
to it,
mate.
Pete. It hurts.
We'll try not to get stuck in it too much about it.
No, that was exciting though.
Oh, we were a bit starstruck, I think. So
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Just like, oh, gee, what do I ask him? But no, it was a good day.
Laid back guy, wasn't he? Like
he's a genuine bloke. Pretty good to get along with.
Yeah, like he was asking us a few questions and things. Sometimes those journos and big fellas could just palm us guys off and. kick to kick with his son, but yeah.
Yeah, he gave us a nice little
Yeah,
reminder, a bit of a memory. So
yeah, no, it was a good day, mate. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
But
good stuff.
that's pretty much it for the review of the Geelong Adelaide game, and I guess the Geelong Collingwood VFL game that Shorty covered. And
Yeah.
I was very excited that he had the opportunity.
Yeah.
So it was
Buy the Addy Monday morning. Have a read.
have a read, guys, because he writes some magic on paper. So have a look at it. But thank you very much for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it, because we just want to keep churning out more videos, and check out our highs as well, and just like away, share away, show everyone in the world. Awesome. All right. Thanks very much once again, and we'll see you guys all soon.